The loot begins when Murray said the what the rod the sitter gand it ska done is, and everybody was showing their ponies and the goofs and stared with the tinto, but the childs were daring lots, and the pouted were doing the cult to summon and sesame ester god, and the god come up and ripped out this chest, and the smash sitter sign came, and the voice kosestigi wit, Sam Z sitter. It steered with the Elmo sling to the Hoper step and Hope raid hill. What Teo you going Alego said I'm doing the wolf tien build ripple jump. Enron the throws child Hopper said okay, but Elmo said he gnawed big shit Danny's and cookies, but Cook got duros and said you're fucking having a shit cookie sandwich. Elmo said fucking of turn linoleum cookie monster and revived him and ate the sandwich. I and Cookie got fruits, but Elmo then did the world big duped extremely tie we highest jumo the howl tools and did as strong that it ndawi esmer se stare, and Murray came back up after Desdi. Street was detoured and said that Abby's flying fairy school was coming soon, but he moved to turn to the F Moser and ran around the city saying fuck 13253748362749507463628494 times until he got arrested, and he said to Tommy what up Nesby oct getting arrested, and Tom why said Abby flying treast foco, and the intro shows tasted but the cult again. And the woman away on the gown with the plenament, and the up Theo woman asshole came up the shock, and the whole house cult shout blew up to the Miss Roomklung and Reese up the school and the Como Brule to the Globo, and it was glass and it said in breaths Abby flying firing shill and the world came you asshole. It stared with Abby saying decol thre mine flying fairy drool, and today we're gonna do the swindle poodle sword and sumo man stan and estro the fries and crease the whole flying fiery school, and they sumukan satin ans wearing the clutch cloths, and Susan killed then and the fires and the school crease, and Murray come up and said now ties Mauer. And the has the little lamb filoed by Beat and Eerie Farts advertising, and the lamb came up and sang a song about breaking out of jail, and after that it was time for Beat then Dante Greta adventure, and the intro started, but the flutist snuck to Bear and Ernie's bedroom and did the dumping to bring the bead to like, and it did, and it sent Bert and a era on the bed. And flew to the night sky and it baxed San and killed Bear T and Ernie at its stare, and I was tit the cult spiels, and it stared with Bert and Ernie doing the cult rightly, and they met the cultist and they did the riot, and the San was Stan's Bert and San and Tindo and Bert and Ernie and the cult B, and it turned into a picture and they went to SLP3. But Bert saw the cults coming back in and Bert said, oh shit. Then Murray said that we're gonna learn about Datsun and off to Elmo's word. And he stared singing a song about San for 576958 and 4849483738595538 seconds, and it went to Elso World, but the red scribble was doing the Jake Deans, and it got taller and becomes San and broke the hotel, and the heels es and object were doing the ritual to summon Domo and Elmo Epoir and Dre I Bloodamu's world, and it shows Melos saying I like San, and he wonder if Mr. Bold came summon with the cults, and the one dole washing stain over and over, and the ripped of, and Mr. Delando was closing the cults, and they went and unmojusen San and Elmo Giat that Emil, and it was the crepe stand ad, and it shows Furbios and Scary Deaths and Omega Flies on screen, and then it shows the draws to see if cis x sen ans it was the cat, the dog bet Trunray by Big Abby Mui go very Oscar and him else and the dun dun. DNN came up and it zoomed to Emlo's face as the Evie laugh, and he wants to Lawrence more about the San, and it was the Sanchin Law, and it show Ozymart's Carlton about Stans, and Elmo sang the Stan song and cults, and Stan came up and did a dance and crept music and Omega Flash on screen. And Maru said Sam's has been Gurosuf. To buy Stans Tontus San and Stans, and the fire show the Muppets doing the cuties to tiles. The air. A Stan and it ended. And the Eskectal popped out.